What if I told you that for 75 years, a ghost has been wandering the halls of Pickens County Museum in South Carolina? A moaning man who can be heard calling out from the walls, "I didn't do it!" Here on Black Folklore, we uncover fascinating stories from the African-American experience that aren't told in history books. Horror stories passed down through generations, filled with racism, tragedy, murder, and injustice. I'm Yanney, and this is Black Folklore. About 20 miles west of Greenville, South Carolina, is the home of the Pickens County Museum. What was once the county's only prison is now an art and history museum dedicated to preserving the rich artistic and historical heritage of Pickens County, so that it may be enjoyed by future generations. But legend has it, the museum is haunted by the ghost of Willie Earle. Willie Earle has been a popular topic among paranormal investigators. For decades, ghost hunters have flocked to Pickens County trying to find evidence of Willie's haunting and attempting to make contact. Some have said they can hear Willie pleading for his innocence through the walls. Others have said they've seen shadowy figures at night peering through the windows. But what happened to him in the first place? How did this 24-year-old black man end up beaten to a bloody pulp with a bullet hole in his head? On February 15, 1947, a white Greenville cab driver named Thomas Watson Brown was robbed and stabbed to death in Pickens County, South Carolina by an unknown black man. In the 1940s, if a black man killed the white man and got away with it, another innocent black person was doomed to pay the price. Believed to have been Brown's last passenger, 24-year-old Willie Earle would end up being the man who paid that price. He was charged in Brown's attack, arrested at his mother's house the next day, and taken to Pickens County Jail. The next night, a white mob of cab drivers stormed the jailhouse, dragged Earle from his cell, kidnapping the young man, and took him to a remote location where the men beat and stabbed him, and then shot him in the face with a shotgun. He never got a chance to stand trial. In what is now known as the nation's largest lynching case, over 150 suspects were questioned in the days after Earle's murder, and 31 white men were charged with the murder of Willie Earle. The case garnered national attention and was even covered in the New Yorker. One testimony from the court said the tissue of Willie Earle's brain was left hanging on the bushes, and that after the murder, the lynchers went back to Greenville and drank coffee. An all-white jury returned a verdict of not guilty on all counts in less than 5.5 hours of deliberations. The verdict disgusted the judge so much so that he left the courtroom and refused to thank the jury for their service after the trial. Ultimately, the justice system and the courts failed Earle and his family. In 1950, lawyers from the NAACP won a settlement from Greenville County in the amount of $3,000 on behalf of Earle's family, citing a provision dated 1895 in the state constitution that assessed financial responsibility for a lynching. The same year, then State Representative Fritz Hollings wrote an anti-lynching bill that was signed into law specifying the death penalty as punishment for lynching. No further lynchings occurred in South Carolina. They say a ghost is just a soul that cannot find rest. As we share his story more and more, hopefully this will help the ghost of Willie Earle find the closure he so rightfully deserves. We know you didn't do it, Willie. I'm Yanney, and this is Black Folklore.